Man, so that there tells me, okay, they are using these little girls to sell T-shirts. Okay, that's exploitation. Not sure if that's a crime. Sounds like one to me. I also want to say that I personally believe that this is a form of child abuse. It absolutely is. I mean, I've heard some reporters on TV, and these people are morons. I mean, they're complete idiots. They're entitled to their opinion, but they're also entitled to be an idiot and a moron. So there you go. Have your opinion and be a moron. They say, well, you know, the whole idea was to get your attention and, you know, get you thinking about women's equal rights, equal pay for equal work, domestic violence. That, you know what? That is not the message I got. That message was pushed so far back in what I was hearing that I'm embarrassed for you people. And I think they're embarrassed now because of the outrage that has, you know, that the country has demonstrated. And I'll tell you why, because they've come on trying to defend this. And oh man. And they're cowards. You know why? Because they brought the little girl. This little girl is probably 5 or 6 years old. They brought her on with them so that the reporters really couldn't be as brutal as they would want to in questioning these idiots that made this commercial. So they brought that little girl with them to hide behind. It's an interview. Here, let me get it. Check this out. Hopefully we don't have to listen to a commercial. You have to listen to enough of those from me. Okay, here we go. Check it out.
My aspirations in life should not be worrying about the shape of my so focusing on how I look and give me a book.
We are very excited that joining us now, 6-year-old Cage Coulter,
this
her
is
mom,
E.T.,
Brooklyn, and
Kevin
director
Frazier.
of the video, Luke Montgomery. And Luke, right off the bat, how did you come up with this concept? And you had to know that people were going to be upset when they heard it.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole idea was using a bad word for a good cause to get people's attention.
Yeah,
a lot of people are focusing on that we use the F word in this video, which is the reason we did use the F word is because we want people to focus on statistics like 1 out of 5 women will be raped or sexually assaulted in their life.
Okay, we use the F word so people would focus on something else. Do you hear the stupidity in that statement? We use the F word so that you would focus on something else. Stupid moron. I'm gonna go back. Let's see, hear him say that again.
Which is the reason we did use the F word is because we want people to focus on statistics like 1 out of 5 women will be raped or sexually assaulted in their lifetime. Or the fact that women and men doing the exact same job, the woman gets paid 23% less than men. And
those things need to be addressed. The F word does not draw my attention to them. Especially a 6-year-old, a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old using the F word. You should, I mean, I wish you would go, you can go to YouTube and pull up Potty Mouth Princess and watch it and see how they, you know, they were manipulated into moving certain ways. You know, it's just, oh man, it's probably one of the worst exploitation right out in your face of children that I've ever seen. I mean, right in your face. Children get exploited every day and abused every day, but not right in your face like this. Oh, my goodness.
less than men. And in 2014, that's what's shocking, not the F word.
It's a great message. I am a mother of 2 young girls.
Right.
Check this
I was
out.
shocked by the video. Cage, I want to ask you, do you
They're talking
even
to the little girl.
understand what you're saying in the video? Do you realize the weight of what you're saying?
Yeah.
You understand what you're talking about? And did you know those curse words? Did you?
Yeah.
What was the most fun part of it for you?
Saying the lines and for
Because of-
a good cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody
Well,
is
she
very
wasn't,
opinionated about this video.
taught
On
to say
Fox
that.
News' The Five, they even suggested that this could be child abuse. What's your response to that?
Listen to this
Child
woman.
abuse to me is rape. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that
Did you hear that? Child abuse to me is rape. That's it. That's my list of child abuse things. Rape. That's it. Is this woman serious? Child abuse to me is rape. That's it, buddy. That is absolutely child abuse. But so are a lot of other things. Woman, golly, you stupid moron. God, I can't even stand people like this because they really can't defend themselves. So they look stupid. Why, if you know you can't defend in a rational, believable way your stance on something, why would you go on a program that's watched by millions of people and make yourself look like a moron? Because you're a moron. That's why. So I want you to hear her say that again.
This could be child abuse. What's your response to that?
Child
She
abuse
laughs.
to me is rape.
That's it.
You know?
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that child abuse
that's it.
is standing by and letting our society pay women 23% less than men, allow A student
Really?
girls to make as much as C
That's
student
women,
men.
not children.
I mean, that's an outrage. To me, that
You're
is
talking about
child
women.
abuse. And I'm glad
Really?
that this, as a director and as a writer,
As a moron.
what I set out to do with this was to start a conversation.
Okay.
And that conversation is happening all over the place on Twitter.
Yeah, the conversation
Facebook. Millions
is
of people
whether or not you're a
are
freaking
discussing this. They
criminal.
weren't discussing it 2 days ago.
Oh, my goodness. E.T., that's where we heard that. So, just so you know. I don't, proprietary kind of things. I don't know. Golly. What do you think about that? Give me a call, 336-763-5482. I'd love to know what you think. I've heard people say, well, look what it's doing. It's sparking up conversation. But we're not talking about women's rights. We're not talking about equal pay. We're talking about how these people are abusing these young girls. That's what we're talking about. I don't think it worked, pal. We'll be right back. Tell me what you think. You're listening to the Man Please Show.
Here at McDonald's, we recognize your need for new and fresh ideas. Well, we consider ourselves hip and fresh and rad and all that. So we want to introduce the new triple stack patty whack. It's cool and right on. It's on the chain. Most of all, it's whack. Try one if you're cool. Visit your local McDonald's on 5th and Vine in Greensboro. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You are all listening to the Man Please Show. Gracias, amigos.
Man, please.
That's all I have to say to those people. Man, please. Are you kidding me? Oh, major fail. I think the unfortunate thing, one unfortunate thing is there's really no recourse, I don't think, to the people that abuse these little girls. And that's the bottom line. I think that's what took place. Good intention or not. Excuse me. Good intentions or not, great message or not, the method was vile and disgusting. And you should be ashamed of yourself. and maybe you should be locked up. I don't know. I haven't really thought it through enough to decide, and I guess the authorities will do that. Who knows, man? It goes back to, you wonder why there's still Catholic priests out there that have molested children that aren't in jail. Well, the Catholic Church is handling it. Really? No, they're not. So who's going to handle this? Is it just too much trouble? It's too much trouble. We'll look like we're anti-feminists or anti-women if we go after these people. So they'll get away with damaging and abusing these 5 little girls. Who knows what this will do? Hopefully it won't have any effect on them. That would be great. I think there's a chance that there will be an adverse effect on these girls. I believe that this didn't empower these girls, not in the way that young girls should be empowered. This empowered these girls to act like reality stars, if that's what you call them. That's how I feel this kind of thing empowers young girls. It empowers them to behave like these idiotic reality people. All of these housewives of Atlanta, housewives of Vegas, golly. A couple of them, or one of them's going to jail. Really hate that for her. Poor thing. Having to go to jail. Poor little baby. Well, I guess I've said all I can say about the potty mouth princesses. I think you know kind of where I stand on it. I got a few other things I'd like to talk about too. Let's see here. What about, my daughter reads, you can see about anything you want, any kind of propaganda you want on Facebook and all of these, excuse me. I didn't even bring me a glass of water. All of these websites that you can go and read about, you can read all kind of things. All kind of true things, and you can read all kind of untrue things. That seems to be what most people seem to enjoy reading. I, on the other hand, do not. Because I don't put any value in them. I've heard people say, hey, ISIS is coming to this country. They're gonna blow up Raleigh. ISIS. Yeah, okay. ISIS is gonna blow up Raleigh. And they say, yeah, they're coming to our neighborhoods. Oh, yeah. Have we forgotten that America is armed? See, where ISIS is at now, the only people that are armed are these murderers. ISIS, they're murderers. They're not anything but murderers. And they justify it with, with religion, which a lot of murderers in history have done, justified their murders by their religion. But, they're going through all these villages and towns and taking them and killing the men. Lord knows what they're doing to or with the women and the children. And they're just, running amok. But they're the only ones armed. That's what's so great about this country. That's why it burns my behind when people want to take the guns